What's good? It's your boy Ron. So last night I watched part one of Becoming Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which is Jada Pickett and I'm tripping. Jada Pickett and Will Smith. I just had a brain freeze. But yeah, so it was part one, Becoming Mr. and Mrs. Smith. What I love so much about this I guess you could say show or discussion that they had was the fact that they're showing people that a marriage, a relationship is not always going to be like a magical feeling all the time. It's not going to always be this happy feeling 24/7. And I think people now feel a relationship so much because they're searching for the perfect love. You know, they're searching for the perfect situation. And what people fail to realize, there's no such thing. It's what you make of the situation. And I love what they said about communication and trying not to disrespect each other and understanding, trying to understand each other's thoughts. And they pretty much allowed themselves to be individuals, but grow together. They were going on completely separate paths, but it was blood, sweat, and tears that they put into their relationship. Jada said there was a point in time where she cried for 45 days straight. Will literally said he had a diary and he documented her, and he said she cried for 45 days straight. And it just makes you think, how did they even overcome that to even get to where they are? Because our generation, we're in a relationship and we go through a minor problem, and that causes for people to break up and not want to be with each other. And then they're on to the next. On to the next situation, on to the next person, going into that situation, lacking communication. It's just a cycle. Lacking communication, not understanding that both of the two should get through the situation together. You can't just put all the blame on one person, And I just love the show, man. It teaches you so much. They teach you so much. And I'm at a point now where I understand what it takes to be in a relationship. I understand what it takes to be married. And I'm not married, but when you focus on things that will that make you become better, you start to become that, And no, I don't have to be married to understand that, but these are things that I watch. And these are things that I'm soaking in knowledge on these type of things. And other people should do the same thing. Instead of paying attention to the, these reality TV shows where these people are in these dysfunctional relationships and they're fighting all the time. And that's not what we need to pay attention to, because when you pay attention to those things, you start to think that's just what a relationship is. Fighting and cheating all the time and going out and turning up, sleeping with each other, and then like nothing gets better. Communication's still bad. The disrespect continues. And that's what you see on these reality shows. But I'm just glad that Will and Jada are doing this and opening up, you know what I'm saying, and letting people know that a relationship is work. And if you don't want to work, just be single and keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to be, have a good life with somebody, you're going to have to work. Whether you got to go to counseling, anything, you got to make it work. Because nobody on this earth was perfectly designed for each other. It's how people choose to communicate. It's how people choose to treat each other. Understanding what the person like, what they don't like, understanding their mannerisms, everything, literally everything, and God has gave us the knowledge and the free will to figure these things out. And a lot of us haven't figured these things out on how to keep a healthy relationship or how to be in a healthy relationship, But shout out to Will and Jada, man. Greatly appreciated.